Hi everyone, Kim here, and thanks for tuning in to another episode of SmartFox TV. Enjoy!
Good morning, everyone. I'm Chris Yates, and this is Thursday's national news. In Louisiana, Hurricane Delta has got people fleeing for the sixth time this year. The hurricane, the 25th named storm this season, is expected to hit land on Friday. Going to the West Coast, in California, malls were allowed to reopen in limited capacity in LA County, adding to the growing list of businesses slowly coming back online. What wasn't included were movie theaters already hurting badly from the pandemic, and Disneyland, which part of the greater Disney company, has recently laid off 28,000 people, a good chunk of them being in Anaheim. In Washington, D.C., at the Smithsonian's National Zoo, a 6-week-old giant panda cub's sex was finally revealed after a routine checkup. Newsflash, it's a boy. The baby panda is confirmed to be healthy and strong, weighing in at 3.6 pounds and about 14 inches long. Lastly, in Utah, the vice presidential debate happened last night. It did better than the presidential debate. I'm Chris Yates. This has been National News.
Here are some strange but true facts. Mr. Potato Head was the first toy to be advertised on TV. The first American roller coaster was used to transport coal down a hill. After people found that it could reach speeds of up to 50 miles per hour, they asked to use it as a ride.
Hello again, everyone. I'm Chris Yates, and this is International News. In Stockholm, Sweden, the Nobel Prize for Chemistry went to two researchers for a gene editing tool that has revolutionized the field. Emmanuel Charpentier of France and Jennifer A. Doudna of the United States were the recipients of this honor. Go Science! In England, Prince William is planning to launch a multi-million-pound prize designed to solve some of the world's greatest environmental issues. He's teaming up with famous naturalist David Attenborough to set this up. It's called the EARTHSHOT Prize, and over 10 years, it's going to award basically 5 1 million pound prizes each year to whoever wins it. It's going to cover areas like protecting and restoring nature, cleaner air, reviving oceans, and climate change. This is what happens when you give news to a science teacher. I'm Chris Yates, and this has been International News.
Hi, this is Sally Fang. Today in history, October 8th. So in 1645, a nurse named Jean Mance opened the first hospital in Montreal, Quebec. In 1769, Captain James Cook landed in New Zealand. In 1818, 2 English boxers were the first to use padded gloves. In 1919, we had the world's first transcontinental air race, which included 63 airplanes on a 5,400-mile round-trip race. In 1945, the microwave was first patented. In 2004, Kenyan Wangari Maathai became the first African woman to receive the Nobel Peace Prize. In 2008, Nobel Peace Prize for Medicine and Physiology was awarded to Harold Jur-Haasen for finding the cause of cervical cancer, and Francois Bar-Sinosi and Luc Montagnier, who discovered HIV. In 2019, Montgomery, Alabama elected Stephen Reed as its first black mayor in 200 years. Thanks again for joining us in Today in History.
Life since COVID has altered our lives. How we are entertained and how we are educated is on the top of the list of things that have changed. One-room schools to high school musicals that have been depicted in our movies, and currently having those unprepared for online education and scrambling going viral, with kids in bed while in class, to students behaving in a way they hope will win them some clickbait and moments of attention. COVID has had a strong hand in our immediate future, and the way we respond to the change is vital. Theater and movies have entertained dating back to Shakespeare at the Olympic Theater in Vicenza, Italy, which is considered to be the oldest theater in the world, having hosted its first performance in 1585. The world's earliest surviving motion picture film showing actual consecutive action is called Rowdahay Garden Scene, which dated as early as 1907. The first regular entertainment programs were broadcast in 1922 during the Golden Age in radio, and the first commercial was in 1941. And famously, Ed Sullivan's Show aired in 1948 on black and white TV. From silent films to black and white features and on to double feature date nights for the high schooler to the elder married couple, the movies have always been that pastime we either loved to do or dreamed of being a part of. From time to time while growing up, especially living in California, the dream of being on the silver screen is a common theme when speaking to the younger generation or just that young at heart. The dreamer in us can either find the relief from our own lives through the movies or to find a way to connect with others. Either way, movies have impacted society throughout the times. Now, Hollywood is at a standstill and looking into a foggy future. COVID has not only stopped date night and a teenager's dream of making an honest living selling popcorn or working the ticket stands, the movies have been impacted down to the gut of the industry and causing setbacks such as blockbusters being rescheduled through 2020, Jurassic World Dominion, Dune, Batman, Wonder Woman, and Marvel's Black Widow, the remake of Coming to America, the sequel of Avatar, Star Wars, Quiet Place 2. Times are changing and moving forward, and the movies are no exception, making streaming more likely in the future of movies. Movies such as Mulan and Greyhound are examples of the latest releases. The list goes on. This was one area in life we never saw coming. Studios have been forced to be inventive in their shooting without being irresponsible to the health of others, finding places who will allow a gathering, and other factors that would probably sway a young, flourishing actor or actress to hang up their dream and get a sensible job like their parents told them to do all along. Now we have YouTube famous, TikTok, and other influencers that are becoming our mainstream entertainment. Surprising your honey to a popcorn and a feature film has slipped away. Everything is changing, and one day your great-grandchildren will find it funny you once ate popcorn amongst strangers to watch on a big screen, the way your parents found it peculiar that your grandparents would huddle around a TV to watch the Ed Sullivan Show, or your great-grandparents scurrying together to listen to a live performance on the family's transmitter radio. Much like the entertainment and Hollywood needs to respond to change. Things in life will always be evolving into something new. Each generation will have a different hill to climb. This is life, and when you reach a roadblock or take a fall in life, do not stop. You have to find a way and adapt to the changes in front of you. Do not let your failures or what you feel like is failure bring you to a place where you give up. You need to break out of it even stronger. Education is in much of the same situation as the movies. It is changing, and students cannot sit back passively in a classroom waiting for lunch and for parent conferences to come around until they're finally called out on not progressing in coursework. You have to be the future, and that means becoming independent and finding a way to make it work. There will always be entertainment. It just changes. So whatever it is you want to do not hang up your hat on your dreams, because the future looks a little foggy or it seems more difficult than you had expected it to be. Find your way, much like Hollywood is changing and fighting for its own slow disappearance of a generation of dreams.
Welcome back to Strange But True Facts. Even though Fruit Loops are different colors, they all have exactly the same flavor. Boeing uses potatoes to test their in-flight Wi-Fi as they reflect and absorb the signals similarly to people. The project is called Synthetic Personnel Using Dialectic Substitution, or SPUDS for short.
Thanks for watching SmartFox TV. I'm Chris Yates.
I'm Kim.
I'm Sally.
I'm Tracy.
Until next time, stay
Stay
foxy.
foxy.